Hello everyone, it is Amy from Cohuna here, doing the 23rd episode of Lunchtimes with Locals. So I'll just wait for a few people to get on so that we can have a bit of an audience today. And look where I am. Something a bit different, something a bit fun, not a business necessarily, but definitely a very important part of our community. I am at Cohuna Secondary College today. So have a think about if you've got any questions or any comments for anyone that I might be interviewing at Cohuna Secondary College today. Hang on, here's me. Hi. Because obviously the schools have been going through big changes lately, and yeah, you might have some comments. You might have been a past student, you might be a prospective student or parents of a prospective, can't say it, student, and yeah, you might want to know a little bit more about the high school and the secondary college, because not a lot of people get to actually go into this building unless you are a parent or a student. So here's the very famous front gates. The school's been here for a little while, and Excelimus is their motto and the ibis is the logo. We've got a little bit of a visitor coming down here. Today I'm going to interview the principal, Mrs Fiona Miller. She's extremely nervous, so make sure you send us some love and some comments and interactions, and yeah, we'll go from there. Hello Fiona, how are you?
Hi Amy, welcome to Cohuna Secondary College.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got a beautiful day for it. The crows are making their nice noises and everything. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Very well.
Now we're just going to head over here, and we're going to sit or stand near this contraption, which many people who are past students will actually be familiar with, because you were not allowed to touch it. Is that still the rule? Just want to know, just asking for a friend.
Yeah, still not allowed to touch it. As you can see, it has deteriorated a lot.
Yes.
And it's in a really fragile state. So
Right, so no students sitting
no
on it.
students sit on it.
Yeah, no year nines hanging around it flirting with boys or anything like that. Not that I know anything about that type of thing happening. Look, we're just going to sit. I'll turn the camera around. Oh, we've got a few people watching that were past students. Judy Ansett, 1961, great memories. I'm sure there's always great memories here. Now I'm going to just place the tripod there and get the camera set up so that we can both be in it. I'm using my little thingo today, so I've got to learn how to use it. All right, can we see ourselves? Yep. All right, how good is that? Now there is a little bit of noise, so we will try and talk loudly from the road and the crows and everything. Okay, so welcome.
Welcome, yes.
Thanks for having us. Give us the elevator pitch of Cohuna Secondary College. So
The elevator
pitch. So it's like a quick 30 seconds if you had to tell us about Cohuna Secondary College.
200 students, 35 staff, a school building and facilities that were built in around the 1950s.
Yeah.
And that we maintain to the standard that it is. Offer a broad curriculum from 7 through to year 12. And work really hard on the pathways for our young people at the senior end of the school. So whether it's TAFE, uni, or the world of work, we work really hard to support them in their choices.
Fantastic. What a good summary. And I know I have lots of experience with this school, so I can vouch for every single one of those things. Being a past student, school captain, mind you,
So I've heard.
and being a parent of 3 students, past and current, and the wife of one of the teachers. So yes, maybe a little bit biased, but our experiences of Cohuna Secondary College have been amazing, and it is nice to have a behind the scenes idea of how hard the teachers and staff work and how brilliant the students are. And I think the current times, which I'm sure everyone's interested in, have probably been a testament to that as well, because tell us about the current times, Fiona. How have you been?
Times. The COVID times.
The COVID times, yes.
The COVID times have been an absolute challenge for the teaching staff, who have had to relearn how to teach their young people in their classes. It's not how we were taught at Teachers College.
No.
It's a whole different skill set to teach online. but they've been amazing, adaptable, flexible, absolutely wonderful, and we're very fortunate to have the staff that we do here at Cohuna. Our families, I'm under no illusion as to how hard it's been for them. It has, you know, when you think about it, I'm just thinking about my staff working from home, trying to teach online and having their own kids at home to look after. It has been a really big challenge. Coupled with the technology. The technology has been interesting, a challenge, certainly a learning experience for students, parents and teachers.
Definitely.
But our young people, they have been amazing for the most part. The work that they have been submitting, that we've put on our website or on our Facebook page, and the connection that they're having with their teachers has been brilliant. Couldn't have asked for better results, really.
Amazing. Isn't that good? And you've got the year 11 and 12s back at the moment.
We've got our VCE students back, so that includes students in year 10 who are undertaking a VCE subject, so they've come back this week. Prior to them coming back, the year 12s, there was a group of year 12s that came and did a prac on site, which the department said that we were allowed to do. So, back this week, settled in well. And I have to say, for me personally, I feel whole again. The building is just a plain building. It's soulless without the people that work and come to school here. And it's just the most joyous feeling to have them back.
Have it back, exactly. And when will the other students be back?
9th of June, the rest of year 7 to 10 to come back. So they've got one more week left of remote learning, and then they'll be back with us.
Absolutely. With some changes, I'm sure, but you can probably talk about that. Now, I was hoping that I would be able to come and have a look inside Cohuna Secondary College. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm going to have to say no, only because the department is encouraging us not to have parents or visitors on site unless it's absolutely essential or an emergency. So, but I reckon I've got an idea of someone who might be able to help us out there.
Oh my goodness, seriously? Uh-oh. Shan's here.
So Shannon is a teacher here, so he can walk with me as we go through and just give you a brief glimpse of the school.
Come in, Shan. Shan's going to take over Lunchtimes with locals for the first time.
Finally, I get to take control of Lunchtimes with locals. Here we go.
I don't know how I'm going to cope with this. So anyway, peeps, just tell us how he goes and send through any information, any questions, any comments. But yeah, I'm going to hand over to Shannon and Fiona to take you on a tour of Cohuna Secondary College, and I'm going to wait outside and actually watch Lunchtimes with locals, which I don't ever get to do. So that's very exciting. I'm just going to take the phone off the gimbal and send you on your merry way. Now you know how to do the flipping of the camera.
Right, got that. Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Sometimes you can have you two and then flip it around. Oh, okay, all right, I'll let you go.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, welcome for our tour of Cohuna Secondary College. As I said, myself and Fiona are going to take you for a little bit of a stroll through the main building. If there are any parts that you'd like to have a look at, please send us a comment, and we might go for a bit of a stroll around there and have a look. I'm going to try and make sure I don't see any students, though. Obviously just privacy issues there. Okay. So I'm just going to flick it around, and let's go. So here we go into our front office.
Welcome to Cohuna.
Thank you. So here's our front office here. Normally we have Tina Kraut there. She's normally our office lady there. Bernadette Penglaze working in there as our office manager. Does a fantastic job, Bernadette, balancing the books for us and supplying everything that we need, keeping our facility under as best it is. Look down the left there. For those that used to be students down here, it's actually changed down the end there now. That's all now staff room down the end there. Once upon a time, it used to be a corridor the whole way through that went to computer rooms, but that's all changed now. Here's a couple of teachers coming along, obviously loving the camera.
There we go, Sharon.
Always well, thank you, Mr. Gray.
Great to be back.
Yes, there's Mr. Hill, loving it. Okay, so we might go for a stroll down the main corridor. For any students watching, you might notice there's a big change there. We've got brand new lockers. Okay, so that's all been put in over the last couple of weeks. That's right, Fiona?
That's right. It's been put in over the last couple of weeks, and we will have more coming for the senior students later on in the year.
Yep. So I'm just going to pan into room 8 here. That's our computer room. Okay, so I've got some, I'll just do a little shot in there. Okay, so you can see desktop computers in there. There's about 25 desktop computers, I think. Yep, they've only just been updated too, haven't they?
They have, and we've got banks of netbooks that live in the library that students can borrow to work on in class time.
That's right. Oh, Drew Bartram here. Remember Drew Bartram?
Hey, Drew.
Who was he? Drew Bartram. Oh, that's right. He used to work here. Show me my old desk.
No, Drew.
So yeah, there's been a few changes in here structurally over the last couple of years. For example, and this is again, I'll show my age, guys. This is room 3. So this was sort of the Jerry Cullen French room for when I was here, Mrs Miller.
There you go.
That's now been changed to quite a small room, a really, really good VCE room now, and I've got a storeroom there. Great little spot out here. We've actually got an outdoor area. An outdoor teaching area, that's right, isn't it, Fiona?
Outdoor classroom.
Outdoor classroom. That was put in about 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yes.
Yep, and that has been fantastic. Teachers have been able to use that, but also students can use it at lunchtime too as a nice safe spot to sort of hang out. And this part here is a part that's really changed over the last couple of years. So as you can see here, this used to be, or this is room 6. You can see we now have had some side rooms added to it. So they're currently being used as staff offices. Do you want to explain that, Fiona?
So because of COVID, staff need to separate as much as we can around the school so we're not all congested in the staff workroom. So staff have chosen to, while the year 7 to 10 students aren't here, to come down and work in the side rooms and in the classrooms.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll go for a little bit further along. So I've just got some students here, guys, that I don't want to show. You can see our teachers working here. Aren't you guys supposed to be having lunch? It's lunchtime. You don't have lunch? Exactly right. Exactly right. So you can see here's Sal over here on her side. How are you, Sal?
Thank you, Shannon. How are you?
Very well. Say hi to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
How's it? Now, what are you up to in here?
I'm actually just trying to source a book at the moment to help with geography for year 8.
Very good. Very good. How have you found the change?
The change has been quite different, really. There's been some really good things about it and some really tough things, I suppose, challenging. But I'm looking forward to having all the kids back so that we can draw the positives and move forward together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sorry for disturbing you, Sal. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Sorry for disturbing you. Show the honour board on your way out. Oh, Amy Tracy. Who wants to see her name, of course. So that's our main corridor, isn't it? This is the majority of our classrooms. And I guess one thing we like to do is, so with our year 7s, we try and keep having them in the same room as often as possible, don't we?
We like to make the transition from grade 6 through to year 7 as smooth and seamless as possible. So having them down in the one room, the same teacher taking them for several subjects eases that transition.
Yeah.
But we can't do that. Like they've got specialist subjects like home eco and wood and technology that they need to go to the specialist classrooms to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Now, Tubbs, you here? Do you remember Daniel Coates?
I remember Daniel.
Now, probably one of the quickest blokes going around in Cohuna back in his day, and then tragically struck down by leg injuries. So he would like to see the cross-country trophy. So are we allowed to show that?
Oh,
I think it's right up here.
Yes, we can.
All right, Tubbsy, bear with me, mate. Okay. It's got to be this one here. The Logan Mathers Memorial Trophy. Oh, there it is. There it is. Tubbsy, don't say I don't look after you. 1709, and that is still the record. Still the record. So there we go. So there's all of our trophies we've got as well.
Let's go and have a look at the honour board then.
We better go look at the honour board. No one sort of asked to go anywhere else, so we might just head out back to Ames just so we can finish up. Okay. So here is our honour board. So people mentioned earlier that they were previous students here from a long time ago, and Ames would like me to focus on 1998, A. Morrison, but also 1997 is an important year too, Mrs Miller.
S. Tracy.
S. Tracy. So guys, I'll flick it back. So that's, as I said, our main part of our building, where most of our classes go. So as I said, we might just head back out to Ames, and I'll take Fiona out there with you as well, and just so you can sort of finish off. But if there's anything else you'd like to look at, just let me know, please. And yeah, I'll be able to show you around a bit more if you want.
Or maybe
If I'm allowed.
maybe when COVID restrictions are eased, it might be a more detailed tour of the school that we could offer the community through this medium.
Now, just while I have got you there, Fiona, that's a great point. This is normally the time of year whereabouts we get our Year 7 students to come up and have a look around the school and do activities at the school. We also normally have our information on it this time of year as well. What are the sort of things we've got in place, or what's the planning to sort of help parents do that? So any new parents we may have for next year, what can they do so they get a bit of an idea about how the school looks?
Yeah, this COVID really has thrown a spanner in the works for all of us, not just schools, but all of our communities. So we can't do at this point in time, the traditional parents come into the school, do school tours, find out, information about what we can offer here at Cohuna Secondary College. So the plan that we're going to put in place is that we'll offer a few alternate times, but there'll be Zoom meetings. So you need to register with the school, and we'll be able to do Zoom meetings with myself and with my staff and with some students, so that we can explain to you how wonderful we are here at Cohuna Secondary College, and that we will look after your young person from Year 7 right through to Year 12. And I think our results at our senior levels speak for themselves, particularly Year 12. Their ATARs over the last few years have been the best in the district, and we've been very proud of that. But we'll put that information on our website, we'll put it on Facebook, and we'll put it in our newsletter so that parents can choose which time they would like to have a Zoom meeting with us.
Cool, very good, very good. Interesting comment there from Diane saying that the windows haven't changed. I was going to say, we actually had just had...
Oh, well, that's actually not quite true, Diane. We've had down in room 4, 5 and 6, we've had, and in room 8 where the computer rooms were, we've had brand new windows put into the school. And we're slowly working our way along this side of the school buildings to keep putting new windows into the school.
Yep. Although we did have to keep with the style though, didn't we?
We did have to keep with the style.
Iconic style.
So rather than wood, we've gone aluminium.
Yes, yep. Okay, I better hand you back now because I've got my wife sitting right on my shoulder. So I'll hand you back now to Ames so you can finish up
Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'll come
thank
and have
you very
a
much,
chat in a
guys.
minute. You just reminded me that I forgot to talk about something that I meant to talk about too. Not about the school. That's all right. So Fiona mentioned Zoom. So they're going to have the Year 7 information and parent information sessions via Zoom. If anyone needs to know how to use Zoom, if you've heard of it, you don't know what it is, or you don't know how to get online, then that's just like a service that Cohuna Co offers as well for free. So get in touch and we can help you learn how to use Zoom. And next week, on the first Friday of each month, we do what's called the Small Business Shout Out. So our Lunchtimes with Locals is a little bit different, and we ask that businesses and people send in a short video, maybe less than 2 minutes, can be 30 seconds, whatever you want, and you submit them to us prior to the Friday or maybe on the Friday morning. Don't leave it too late, and then we will publish it on our Facebook page so that everyone can see your news and your update. It's a great little way for you to have a go at doing a video if you're not really into doing lives, but you just want to get a message out there, because video is the most consumed content on Facebook and online at the moment. So it's just a really safe way to have a practice, and it's really good promotion. So if you've got something coming up, I was thinking about the tourism and accommodation and all the eateries that are opening up shortly. It might be a good time for you to get on a video and get promoted throughout our networks as well of your new opening style and what's happening with your business. So everyone's welcome to submit a video, even if you've done it in the past, and just send it through to us. Get in touch if it's something you want to do. The offer's there, and we just want to help people get involved with things like that. And the last thing is that there's a free digital roadshow happening on Monday morning, which is run by Small Business Victoria. I think I've been advertising it a fair bit. There's already 14 people registered, and it's online via Zoom. They were going to come to Cohuna, but they can't, obviously, because of the current situation. So that's a 2-hour seminar, and that's about getting your business online and using opportunities, and also like cyber security and important things like that. So I think it'd be great if everyone could try and register for things like that, and yeah, get in touch if you need any help with anything. I hope you've enjoyed today and going behind the scenes at Cohuna Secondary College, and yeah, we'll see you next week for the small business shout out. Bye guys.